Yo, 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 yo. Shorten the intro, Ziad says. No, mate, it's sick. we are gonna have a new intro at some point, and we do have the starting soon thing for quite a bit. The reason we have the starting soon thing for quite a bit is because usually when we get up here, when we get up to situation, we don't actually have everything sorted, so we kind of use that time to get things sorted and make any last minute adjustments.
That's it. Good to see you back, guys. Obviously, we did the stream this morning for those of you that were awake at that time. So, yeah, if you've not checked that out, we did a whole stream this morning on sort of Calvin Phillips and that. So go check that out if you've not already done so. Today, though, there's some big moves here, big news coming out. That City are potentially looking at David, I don't know how you pronounce his surname, bro. Is it Raum? Yeah. I'm gonna go Raum, right? Yeah. David Raum, right, from Germany. I think he plays for Hoffenheim. So this guy's like an attacking left back, and I think actually in a few games people have said online that he's actually played like left mid sometimes for them as well. But he's a really attacking fullback, and apparently rumour has it. Yeah, you can see why we're interested. Apparently, he has a £25 million release clause. Not 100% confirmed that, but that's coming from, I think it was Bild in Germany, who... Those people that were in our Haaland streams will know we're a very, very good source. So, look,
they were good on the Haaland thing.
Yeah, they were very good on the Haaland thing, obviously, in Germany. Are they going to be good on this one again? We'll wait and see. But that's basically what we're going to go through. Obviously, we did hear about the news coming out that maybe Brighton were looking at upping their transfer request fee from Cucurella from 35 million to 50 million. And we've said before that City are unlikely to go near Cucurella if it's at 50 million quid. I don't see that happening. Is this City now reacting to that, saying, no, we're not paying that? Is it a little bit of pressure from City on Brighton?
I think the thing is, there are loads of different options, and I think the pressure thing is it would be a good move for City to base, because obviously Cucurella is still our number one. That's still made clear that Cucurella is still our number one. We are just looking at David Raum as an alternative. So for that, I think City are just saying, look, there are other left backs out here. So £50 million, not a chance, mate.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Guys, if you've not done so already, please drop a like on the stream. We did actually get to 100 likes before we started, so thanks a lot for everyone that liked the stream. We're currently on 160. Let's see if we can get to 200 likes, guys. Please subscribe to the channel as well. We are 2 subscribers away from 55,300 subscribers. So 2 people in the stream out of 600. Please subscribe and get us to that sort of milestone. That'd be pretty sick. Massive shout out to today's sponsor, Bet Victor. I want to run this short clip. We'll have a conversation about it, and then we'll get big into this Cucurella news.
Liverpool are only 2 games away from a historic quadruple, but City won the league again. And when you look at Champions Leagues, there is a lot of element of luck when it comes to winning Champions Leagues. Yes, Liverpool have got that pedigree and they've been incredibly successful. But when you look at City have won 3 of the last 4 leagues, I think whenever City make a move now, all of the other clubs around have to take a gamble.
Yes. Big up Victor. And I said Vet Victor then. Big up Bet Victor for sponsoring today's stream and that. And obviously, the guy there speaking about the whole City stuff. Like, if we make a move, other people have to kind of make a move around us because we won. I think obviously, we won the league this year without a striker. Now we've gone and got a striker. Other people are starting to kind of like creates a butterfly effect in the transfer market, which is only right because every season you have to go into it and improve, and everyone wants to be better than they were the last year, and you have to try and be better than the team that's above you.
Yeah. No, obviously they've gone and got Liverpool have gone and got Nunes, big cash, €100 million.
Big cash,
and that is a big cash and a big gamble, as he's saying there. So it is a big gamble that for Liverpool. I don't know. I still think that they should have gone for someone a little bit more proven, but they've gone for a gamble. It's a lot of money to spend on a player where it is a massive gamble. He's only really had one sort of breakthrough season. The season before, he put up some decent numbers, but nothing to write home about. So it is a lot of money, basically, on a guy who's done well for one season. Will it work out for Liverpool? Will it work out for Jurgen Klopp? Time will tell. We'll wait and see. Their full video, by the way, I put the link in the description. Go check it out. Make sure you like their video, comment on it, subscribe to their channel, let them know that City Extra Boys sent it. So shout out them. The link is in the description. Right, okay then. So let's get into it then. This Cucurella thing, very, very interesting, because if we go back like a week, I was pretty certain that Cucurella was going to happen, and then
I still am.
Well, let me give you my thoughts on it then. Yeah, we was obviously very certain that it was going to happen, but then there was one thing, and I'll get the source out for you now, but I think it might have been Graham Bailey, but I will just double check it. That basically Brighton have actually upped their transfer sort of request to 50 million. It was actually Alex Crook who said that. And, you know, it's interesting because if they have increased it to 50 million, that becomes a bit of an issue that for me. I don't know if City will do that, because I think right now in the world there is actually quite a lot of left backs who are very, very talented and could come into our team. And I just think for a guy like Cucurella who's had one decent season in the Premier League, 50 million, it's a lot of money, mate. You know what I mean? And obviously if you've got this Raum guy, and there'll be plenty of others, you know, Raum's obviously the guy that's been linked with us now, but there'll be plenty of other left backs that have been linked with us over the next 48 hours, I believe. I just think this is a lot of money if it is right that it's gone up to 50 million.
Personally, I think they'll still accept around 35 to 40 million pound. I think that's where City are looking at it. I think that's where City value him at. I reckon 35 mil. I think that's where they'll go with this deal. I think the 50 million pound thing, it could be from their side to see the reaction from City, to see if we react positively or negatively, and try and feel us out a bit. Like, are we willing to spend a bit more cash on this deal? I personally think that we will. I know that Graham Bailey is the guy who came out today and said that this David Raum thing is a thing. However, he also has said that Cucurella is still our first option, and which shows Cucurella is still our number one option for this summer. But it's just whether or not City are willing to meet them demands. Like, and if it is £50 million, we ain't paying £50 million.
Well, yeah,
there is absolutely no way we pay £50 million, which is why it's good for City to look at the alternatives, because if that breaks down, you want an alternate to that.
Yeah. And obviously, like you say, Alex Crook said it's gone up to 50 million. Graham Bailey saying that we have inquired about David Raum. So for me, something has happened here, because you know you got there's no smoke without fire, guys. Someone's saying that it's gone up to 50 million, and then all of a sudden, City are currently inquiring about another left back. Like, it does seem to me that maybe Brighton have maybe thought the underpriced Cucurella. I don't know. Maybe they've decided that he's actually worth more money than what they initially thought. But something's gone on here for me. I don't know exactly what. I suspect it's what I've just said. But
I like the idea that it's a bit of pressure, but at the same time, this guy actually looks good.
Yeah,
he actually looks good. So even if it isn't just like a bit of pressure on the Cucurella deal, and it's a whole kind of planning an alternate for Cucurella. So we're pretty much saying to Brighton, look, you either accept this or we're legit going to go for this guy because he's got a release clause. We can easily activate that, £25 million or whatever it is. And the guy looks good. Like, the guy's got a sick cross on him. He's very attacking. He's fast. He looks decent. He looks like he'd do well in this City side. I've seen a few people in the chat now are saying that Cucurella isn't good defensively. However, I've seen a lot of people in our previous streams and stuff say that Cucurella's good going like defensively and going forward. However, this David Raum guy's a bit better going forward than he is defensively, kind of like a Cancelo kind of situation.
Yeah. No, it's interesting. Guys, please drop a like on the stream if you've not done so already. Got 238 likes, 750 people in the stream. Let's see if we can get up to 300 likes. Got a couple super chats I want to run through. Pep Guardiola coming with a 449 says, don't forget about Thursday morning Premier League fixtures at 9 a.m. and Spurs have signed Bissouma for 25 million. Thank you for the reminder. I remember asking you to remind us, so thanks a lot for that. And yeah, we spoke about the Bissouma thing this morning. It's a very, very good signing. Omar with the 5 says, the day is June 13th, 2044. Man City have unveiled the signing of Erling Haaland Jr. Yeah, you never know. You never know.
The family line staying at City.
Dr. Footy with the 14 said, Raum and Cucurella are arse invest into Tosin Coin.
That's if you need money. If people are in money straits and stuff like that, you need a bit of cash advice, invest in Tosin Coin. It's on the up.
Darcy with the 5 says, boys, what happened to the Inside City reaction? Oh, that is a thing, isn't it?
We did record it.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. It got corrupted, innit? So
it got corrupted. So after this, we'll re-up it.
Hang fire. Liam Schilling, member for 3 months, says, Carson, the new GOAT, new 1 year deal. Yes, boys, with a load of GOAT emojis. Yes, Scott Carson has signed a one year contract.
Yeah, that's kind of like expected that because of how important he is to the team. Like you see it in all the documentaries and stuff that City do. He's very, very, very important to like squad morale and stuff. And he's good to have around at the club, so why not?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Right, so David Raum, then, who is he? He plays for Hoffenheim. He's got a contract until 2026. So obviously, you know, big deal there for him. He's 24 years old. He is an attacking fullback. He's played for Germany quite a few times. 7 times he's played for them as well. So, you know, he's clearly someone that's pushing in. I'll tell you, to get into that Germany side, you've got to be a very, very good footballer. So clearly he's got some talent. This season, his stats are pretty decent. In fact, more than decent. 32 games in the Bundesliga, 3 goals, but 13 assists. 13.
That's good, that.
I tell you what, for a left back, that's absolutely incredible. And I've seen some of the highlights of him putting the crosses in the box, and he's got a very, very good delivery into the penalty area. And with a player like Erling Haaland there, yeah, interesting.
And he has a whip on him. The guy does have a whip on him. I've seen someone in the chat saying that people like in Germany say he's like the German Robertson.
Yeah, I've seen a few people say that as well. You know, so look, he's clearly a very, very talented player. And yeah, according to Bild in Germany, he has a £25 million release clause. So you can see why City are looking at him, because obviously they've gone to Brighton and they've gone to talk to them about Cucurella and said, look, we like Cucurella. He's a good player. He's had a decent year. And 30 to 40 million, we'll talk. But if they're going to start putting a price tag of £50 million on him, then City are right to walk away, in my opinion. And there's a lot of other good left backs out there. So
I like the way City move nowadays in the transfer market. Like the Koulibaly situation, we weren't going to get held. We don't get held ransom anymore to these kind of players, innit? I know Jack Grealish did cost us £100 million, but I don't think. Obviously, there was a rumour of a release clause of £100 million. That's why we had to go that high. I think I like how we value a player at a certain price, and if you're trying to, you know what I mean, rinse us, we'll walk away from that because we don't believe he's worth that. And it seems to be very clear. Like I said, there's no smoke without fire, or whatever it is. It seems to be very clear that something has happened, and whether it is that Brighton have chanced their arm and said £50 million, that's what we want off you, even though they only signed him for like 15 million last year. And City have reacted bad to that and gone, nah, you're not having that, mate. We've got other options.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens from the Cucurella camp now, because he's obviously already come out, Cucurella, and basically said, like, if a big club's in for me, then I want to leave. So it'll be interesting to see what happens now, because obviously if City have now told Cucurella and Cucurella's agent that, look, we want him, but we're not prepared to pay the 50 million, we will pay 35, maybe 40, or whatever the fees are. But Brighton are basically being, you know, a bit, you know, I don't know, the way Brighton are acting here seems a bit strange to me, because it seemed to me like the deal was pretty much done, and then we got that rumour in the last 48 hours that they put the price up to 50 million, and then all of a sudden it's like, that's a bit snaky, that, you know what I mean? So,
like I say, these are rumours. There is no telling whether this is all like actually true or not. I mean, there is rumours in that, but like I say, if this is all true, then it's good that City are looking at alternate options. It's very important to remind yourself that Cucurella is our number one. I don't write it off, because that is a deal that can still happen. Don't be going like bidding off your whole Cucurella ideas now, but just be kind of wary that we ain't gonna get rinsed for him. We'll pay what we think's fair, and if that figure doesn't, you know what I mean, work for Brighton, then we'll move on. And it looks like we've got our first alternative in the bank in David Raum. And to be fair, from what I've seen, like, I've not seen a lot, do you know what I mean? From what I've seen, the videos that I've seen, the stats that I've seen, I think the guy looks good. Just like I think Cucurella looks good. I think Cucurella is decent. I think he'll do very good. He's good at going forward and good defensively. So it's interesting. A question, bro, which is always a disgusting one, is going back to when we just first got the Cucurella links, right? We're getting linked with another left back now. Does this spell the end for Zinchenko? This is another left back that we're getting.
I don't think so. I don't think it spells the end. I think there are doubts over his future, but you know, I don't think it's.
I think if we signed a left back, I think Zinchenko would stay.
I think he could still stay. Yeah.
Because then we'd have 2 right backs and 2 left backs in theory. If you
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? In theory, because of Cancelo.
It could do, yeah. I don't know. I don't think it marks the end of that. Just a thing as well. City player, well, he's more of a CFG player, really. Itakura, who's a centre back. He was on loan last season at Schalke. He is also being linked with a move now to Hoffenheim. So maybe Hoffenheim are wanting him. Obviously, he played for Schalke last season. And City are basically saying, let's do some sort of swap deal here. Let's get Raum into City and let's get Itakura into Hoffenheim. So keep your eyes on that. It could look like a little bit of a, we could help you out if you help us out. And of course, City will be saving a lot of money. Because basically Brighton are wanting 50 million. We'd be saving half the money. You know what I mean? Because 25 million, you probably wouldn't even end up paying that, because if you're going to give him Itakura as well, I don't know how much this guy's worth, say a couple of million, say 3 or 4 million or whatever, you'd be saving like 25 million, 30 million. So you can see why City is saying to Brighton, look, if you're going to start doing this with regards, with regards to the transfer fee, and start putting the transfer fee to an unrealistic value, which a 50 million is an unrealistic valuation for a guy who's played 1 year in the Premier League, then we'll go elsewhere. And like I said, we already know there's a lot of good left backs, because we've been having this conversation for the last 5 years, man. So we don't need to rush into any deal, I don't think, with that left back, and we don't want to overpay for someone like that.
Like I said, we said this morning that the left back situation could go on a bit longer than the CDM situation. Like, I think the whole Phillips deal will probably get done in the next 2 weeks or so. Whereas the left back thing, I think he's going to be a bit more of a back and forth between us and Brighton, and then us deciding whether or not to bin the Cucurella signing or not.
Yeah. 12-year-old kid with tattoos says 25 million release clause. Clearly very happy. Silent Whisperer with the 40 says Agent Gundo making silky, ilky moves on Raum.
Guy tapping him up.
Yeah, maybe. I was just going to say as well, maybe Haaland said something to Pep and the boys, said, look, why are you spending 50 million on this Donny from Brighton? Go and get Raum, mate. He's a slammer. Penguinese, member for 14 months. Yes, thanks a lot for the support. Penguinese says, yes, I would love to bring in a left back, whether that is either Raum or Cuckoo, but if it's too expensive, I'd stick to Zinni and Cancelo. I think a lot of people are probably with you there, mate. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people are happy with our left back option. I do think that if we stick to Zinni and Cancelo, we probably need to look at a right back, whether that's someone out the academy or we bring someone in. I don't think we can just stick with what we got.
I don't see us sticking. With the defensive mess that we was in towards the end of last season, I don't think Pep and the club want to stick. I think they want to move on at least one defensive player to kind of shore it up a little bit.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Up comes in with 2 super chats. The first one says, I'd go for Raum, more established. Well, he's more experienced. Obviously, he's played for Germany 7 times. Cucurella's only played for Spain once. And then he also says he has a 30 million release clause. Yeah, it's rumoured to be like 25, 30 million quid. So, I
think it's 30 million euros. So it's like 25 million pounds, which is obviously we'll release clause FC. City love that. I got some news.
Big news.
Germany playing Italy tonight, and David Raum starts.
No way. That's mad. That's
a mad one, isn't it? I seen that Germany were playing, and look at that, up. 199. Raum plays tonight versus Italy in about 20 minutes.
Yeah, that is mad. That is crazy.
Because we're just talking about it, I was like, I'll check what the situations it is. You know what I mean? And he's starting tonight, which is a madness. It's that's a good chance for people to go and do a little bit of scouting. I know. BT, I'm going to analyse that fella. Yeah, you know what I mean? Go get your scouting brains on. I want a report by tomorrow morning. 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. I want all your scouting reports back in.
That Itakura, by the way, he's wanted by quite a lot of teams in Germany. Borussia Mönchengladbach want him as well, who finished 1 spot behind Hoffenheim. So he must have done pretty decent at Schalke last year in Bundesliga 2. So we'll have to see on that one. There could be something in that. According to Sky Sports in Germany, Borussia Mönchengladbach now lead the race for Man City centre-back Cole Itakura and prepared to make a move more attractive over other suitors, which suggests that there's other teams in for him, i.e. are Hoffenheim in for him. Same level of football club. They finished 1 spot above Mönchengladbach. So... it's very interesting. This deal is moving pretty quickly, and it seems like City have moved quickly on this as well to say to Brighton, look, and this could all just be pressure from City. They might not really be interested in Raum, just making inquiries to try and let Brighton know that we're not going to be messed around here.
Yeah.
But at the same time, City could be acting really swiftly here, saying, look, Brighton, if you're doing this, then we're moving to our next target. Because someone like that left-back spot, Pep Guardiola might not really say, like with Haaland or with Kane, he's clearly gone, no, I want that player. You can't come back to me and give me a B-Tech version of Kane or a B-Tech version of Haaland. I want that person. But with the left-back situation, because there are so many good left-backs right now, all across Europe, I think they've probably said, get me one of these players and I'll be happy. And maybe Cucurella, well, Cucurella is clearly number one target, and that's fair. We'd ideally want to get him if he's number one target. But maybe they don't feel that there's that much in between him and Raum, which is why they've quickly moved on to Raum if the price is too expensive. But Cucurella will not be happy because he was asked on an interview about this sort of transfer thing, and he said if a big club comes in, I basically want out, I want to leave. So if Brighton are now starting to do, some rather dodgy shit with the price, then he's not going to be happy.
This is where you start to see players start to force moves out when the club starts to be a bit dodgy like that. Do you know what I mean? Like if he thinks that he's been valued at one thing and he think a deal can get done, and then last minute they up his price, you might see Cucurella decide that he wants to try and force his way out of that football club. Do you know what I mean? Like and City have not shied away from that from players in the past. I remember we spoke when with Kane, it was very much a situation of you have to kind of force your hand a little bit on your side. With Riyad Mahrez, when we first went in for Riyad Mahrez, it was you need to kind of force, and he did, to be fair, didn't he?
Yeah.
But they didn't let him go.
Yeah.
So sometimes it has to come from the player side a little bit if they overprice it to try and like.
Yeah, you're right. If they start. The player really shouldn't get involved, but if the club are clearly overpricing the player, then I think it's fair for the player to start having a bit of like a kick off, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, when football's a short career and you want to move to the best clubs and the bigger clubs, and let's be honest, you want to get the most money as well throughout your career. You want to move when you can move, so I think that in the end, Brighton will probably back down and they'll go back to a fee. But if they don't and they move for Raum, it looks like a very credible alternative. Are the rumours for Raum valid? Says up.
It's Graham Bailey, who's hit and miss sometimes. He is hit and miss sometimes, but it is valid. It is valid. It's not some like, do you know what I mean? Some like unknown Donny. It is Graham Bailey who does come out with information. Just sometimes it's a bit all over the place, but. I mean, it seems to tie in very well, doesn't it? Yeah. If you're looking at it in a timeline of events, the £50 million, then City look at an alternative, it kind of flows nicely. Do you know what I mean? It does. You can kind of piece it together. I mean, that's something that we always look at when we're looking at transfers. If you can piece them things together, then usually there's something there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Tomo says, scout report. What a player!
Yeah, he's getting his work in early, isn't he?
Yeah. I looked at his stats before, did a little bit of a comparison, and then watched a 7-minute YouTube highlights compilation. And he's got a very, very good cross into the box. Yeah. Very, very good cross. He's a bit taller than Cucurella as well, which obviously helps defensively from a sort of set piece situation.
I see people saying he's faster than Cucurella. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but
he looked fast to me.
Rapid.
He looked fast to me. AB07 says, if you watch the Germany game, do a vid and review. Probably won't watch the Germany game, bro. No. But we will see him. We'll see him, yeah. And then Alfster, I'm going to go with, says Raum had the most expected assists in the Bundesliga last year. Well, it's not really surprising because he got 13 assists. He got 13 assists anyway. If he's getting 13 assists in the Bundesliga with Hoffenheim, how many assists would he get with City with Erling Haaland? You know what I mean? It's like...
True that.
You got to ask them questions. And I'm telling you, £25 million for a guy who got 13 assists and 3 goals.
He got in the Bundesliga team of the season, by the way.
I'm telling you, these Germans, these are a lot easier to deal with than the Premier League teams. Maybe City have just gone, why are we dealing with the Premier League sides? We get burned all the time. Let's just go unless it's a release clause, which it was for Jack Grealish, we have no success. Let's just go back to Germany. Germany's our shopping market. Yeah. That's where we go, innit? You know what I mean? We got that loyalty discount card now. We just go in there and just going beep, 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 getting all these German players. So I'm all game for Raum. I think,
it's exciting. It's another exciting... transfer. Joey, mate, that is a rip. No face scan on FIFA. Not about that. You need the modded version on PC, innit? He'll have a face scan on that version, I guarantee. It's it's another exciting transfer. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, we've kind of been stuck with the two of Cucurella and Phillips, and that's all you can really speak about. But I like doing these like transfer videos and that on other players that are coming into the mix. Do you know what I mean? Like, other cards are being dealt, which is nice, and it's good because we get to look at these other players that. Do you know what I mean? If City weren't interested, I probably wouldn't have really seen this guy too much. Do you know what I mean? So decent. It's decent, and he looks like. Looks like a good alternative to Cucurella.
Yeah. I put a tweet out on our City Extra Pod account. Go follow us at City Extra Pod on Twitter. So, what do you think about potential move for David Raum over Cucurella if it so happens? A couple of comments from people on there who I know obviously watch a lot of football. Gaz Brady said wouldn't be against it. Needs a bit of work defensively, but his cross and offensive play are top tier. And obviously, you know, that is backed up by the stats. Both the stats.
Sounds like Cancelo, that.
Yeah, you know, the stats of 13 assists. And obviously, Alster there with a super chat who said Raum had the most expected assists in the Bundesliga last year. Couple people on the comments are saying they reckon it's just a transfer strategy from City to push this Cucurella deal forward along, which it might be. They could do it both ways. They could be like, well, let's go for Raum, in the hope that Brighton back down, but if they don't, we will seriously actually go and get Raum. Like, so it might be like a legit thing, but where if they don't bring it down, that they will go and get Raum. True Love City says, basically, and this is what you said before, bro, about comparisons, said he's the German Robertson. Essentially, Cucurella's proven at Premier League level, but Raum, his second choice, while being only 24, he's very, very good. He also had a cost of fraction of Cucurella, whilst also having the same abilities. We should go for it if Brighton stall. So, you know, it's again, a lot of people saying the same thing. He's very, very good going forward. He's a bit taller than Cucurella, which helps off set pieces. A lot of people saying he's better crosser of the ball. This guy Aaron says he got a team of the season card on FIFA. That's all I know.
Oh yeah, because he would he got in the team in the Bundesliga season, so he would have got a card.
Yeah.
I checked his injury, bro.
Yeah.
His injuries and that on a Transfermarkt. Good, bro.
Go on.
Good. In total, bro, in his whole career, from 18-19, he's missed 4 games, that's it. He's had 4 injuries. And 2 of them, he had the flu, then he had a cold, and then he had a knee problem and an ankle injury. That's it.
That's pretty mad.
That's his whole injury history. They're done.
Yeah, well, we've got to be buying players now who don't have really, really bad injuries, you know what I'm saying? Because otherwise, it's a bad situation. Here, I've got another stat for you, bro. I got another stat. This is courtesy of footballtalentscout.net. Top assisters in world football in 2021. All defenders playing in a professional league in 2021 taken into account.
Okay.
He got the most in the world.
No.
Beating Trent Alexander-Arnold by 2. That's wild.
Is Cancelo on that list?
No.
Nah, he's not on the list.
No.
Man.
No, James Tavernier, Miki Yamane, Daniel Johansson, Trent Alexander-Arnold, David Raum.
That's mad.
That is
mad, you know.
That is absolutely wild.
That is actually wild,
More
you know.
More news. Most crosses in Europe's top 5 leagues, David Raum.
Bro, this is gas.
Most crosses into the penalty area in Europe's top 5 leagues, David Raum.
LB right now is literally fueling this Raum
Most
fire.
sprints in the 2021-2022 Bundesliga, David Raum.
No wonder he got in the team of the year. Alpha Haaland, Cross-Chester City, mate. That's it, bro. When we turn to Cross-Chester City, this is the guy that you need in the box. Or this is the guy that you need whipping balls into the box. He's got a serious cross on him. It's Raum season, bro. You're getting me hyped for it. You're getting me hyped for it, and then we're going to sign Cucurella for £50 million.
Apparently, right, he was offered a contract a year ago with a bigger release clause, and he said nah.
Oh, he wants to go.
He knows his quality.
Well, didn't you say someone said that he's been playing second choice to someone?
For Germany, I think that is.
Oh, is that just for Germany?
I've not read the full.
Oh, so fair. Isn't that Robin Golson's guy?
Yeah,
he usually plays, doesn't he? Yeah.
But yeah, it's just crazy. He missed out the entire pre-season, but is somehow come in and slammed it. And it's just, since the Bundesliga was founded in 1962, only 4 defenders have ever registered more assists than David Raum into 20 games into a season, because he wrote this mid-season. Rafael Guerrero, Heinze, Beckenbauer, and Philipp Max. Bro, this guy's sick, bro.
The only thing is whether the club wants someone who's well-rounded, like more defensively, because this guy's heavy attacking. This guy's a heavy attacking guy.
I see some clips though. I see some clips. He was tackling Thomas Muller, and he was pretty sick on him. Like, I think you know what I think. Sometimes people do. People do this sometimes. Oh, he's a sick defender. He's a sick defender. He's sick at going forward. Oh, so he must be poor defensively. Like, it's just a bit of a myth I find sometimes, where if a defender's good going forward, automatically everyone just goes, well, he can't be good defensively. Some people haven't even seen this guy play, and people are already saying he's not that good defensively. I guarantee you there's people, bro, who've watched a 10-minute highlight reel of this guy, seen how sick he is going forward, and then just because he's mint going forward, gone, yeah, he's not that good defensively, though. Without even seeing him. That's what people do. People just assume it, bro. Hannah says you can't be both, though. But why can you not be both? Why can you not be good defensively?
Yeah, because that's a well-balanced player, that.
Why can you not be good defensively? Just because you can put a cross into a box doesn't mean that you're suddenly awful at defending. Like, I don't know, man. I just think that, I'm getting gassed over this guy. I can't even lie.
Bro, I'm getting gassed. You got me gassed. And bro, he's got a release clause. Easy money. You know what I mean? We could just...
Easy money.
You know what I mean? Cheeky's looking at this like, yo, this guy's got a release clause. We could just do this. We could just get this done rapid. Don't have to worry about it. Don't have to go through no negotiations.
Apparently, Borussia Dortmund want him.
Now, that could be a hiccup, because he's playing the German league. He's smashed it in the German league. He might want to stay there.
But apparently, Dortmund can't afford his release clause of 30 million euros because they spent it too much on the striker. Yeah.
Adeyemi, whatever it's called.
Hey, that's actually wild, I am getting gassed off this guy. His stats are wild.
12-year-old kid with tattoos, or Dr. Phil Footy, says, Raum is the man. Use the Sancho money to buy him.
Mate, honestly, I'm looking at this, and I'm going this.
Bro,
guy.
Zohi Beer said Raum created 4 chances a game last season.
Wow.
This guy's whipping the ball into the box for Erling Haaland, mate. This guy, he's gonna bag. He'll get bare assists.
Yeah, that is actually mad. Honestly, this guy is actually sick. He's been playing quite a lot of Nations League football. He's been playing quite a lot of Nations League football.
Oh, hence why he's playing today.
Yeah, hence why he's playing today. And you know what? This guy knows his stuff, Bray. You know what I mean? He's clearly a top player. And for him to deny a new deal, that is kind of mad.
Yeah, for him to say nah, because it's got a high release clause in it and stuff like that, he's pretty much confirmed that he wants out, isn't he?
Yeah.
You say, nah, I want out, so you're getting me sold for this price. Hannah says, don't get me hyped up, they may end up signing Cucurella, Bray. Which is right. It's very key to remember that Cucurella is still in the mould. Do you know what I mean? He's still in the mix. Cucurella is still our number 1 target. It's just City are very much saying, we've got alternatives, mate. Don't be going over flexing this guy to us. Like, do you know what I mean? Trying to flog this guy to us for bare cash when we can go get another Donny who's sick, got in the team of the year. So stay in your lane, keep that price down, and we might come and pay it. But other than that, nah.
Couple of quotes here. So the Hoffenheim sporting director, Alexander Rosen, says David is a highly talented and extremely fast player with a strong left foot who has developed into one of the most sought-after fullbacks in Germany thanks to his outstanding performance this season. Raum himself, after playing for Germany at the Olympic Games, said once you've earned that kind of promotion, you soak it up. And when you can play for your own country, that's motivation enough. Also, because you've seen how much support from the Germany fans, it's not difficult to run yourself into the ground for 120 minutes, bro. So he clearly is an animal, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the guy goes ham.
Hoffenheim coach Sebastian Horneb, which is definitely not how you say his name. It's got one of them, weird B's that we don't have in our language.
An umla.
Is that what it's called?
I think they're called umlas.
Go on a break. So the Hoffenheim coach says He handles everything very well. David Raum is a boy who's kept his feet on the ground with a great attitude. A very fine guy with his heart in the right place. The official Bundesliga website compares him to David Alaba. Raum was only one of 3 players to represent Germany's under-21 side at the European Champions Games, going on to win that competition and then playing in the Olympic Games in Japan, which followed directly after. That's kind of mad. He made 46 appearances across the whole of the 2020-2021 season. But this guy's ill.
Bro.
He's got Instagram. I need to do an Instagram check.
Bro, Dr. Footy has changed his name to Raum Season. And he just came with a super chat saying, sign Raum or nah. Yeah, by the way, it's not an umlaut. The umlaut is the thing that goes above letters. It's the... that weird B thing that you're on about, isn't it? Yeah.
Joel Webb says
it's a double S.
Grob, so it means gross. So it's a S.
It's a double S, yeah. It's a double S, that
double
thing.
S.
Yes. Silent Whisperer with a 40 says, Raum.
What the hell? That was the weirdest super chat, but also one of the funniest.
Up with a 1.99. Yes, up. Up. Lamazia players haven't worked out. Get Raum. This is another thing as well with Cucurella. We could sign Cucurella for a year, and he's like, yeah, I want to go Barcelona now.
Yeah.
And Pep will fund the move himself because he loves it.
Raum Season says, sign Raum or nah. Well, I don't know. I'm getting kind of gassed over Raum now. This is what I mean. There are so many good left backs out there. We don't have to just like... be like, all right, Brighton, you want 50 mil, then we'll give you 50 mil. Like, we don't need to do that. You know what I mean?
Current PS is both. We're not going to get both. It's definitely a one or the other situation. You know what? Darcy, mate, that's a shout. I'll do a poll on it. And to be fair, I think it's very clear who's going to win because of how gassed we've been getting over Raum, innit? Raum. There you go. Raum Season. I've been following Raum all my life, mate. He's mint. Funny, you just scroll back up and there's like, who's this Raum guy?
Let me give you some stats, bro. Goal and shot creation. Shot creating actions is in the 97th percentile in the Bundesliga, which is in the top 3% then, isn't he? Dribbling, what is it? Pass. Oh yeah, passing the ball again, top 3%. Mate, he's sick. He's a big baller, bro. Passes attempted, is in the top 10%. Dead ball passes, top 6%. Crosses, top 3%.
Nice.
In swinging corners, top 5%. Out swinging corners, top 14%. Mate, the guys are low passes, 95%.
Guy's a baller, bro. He's a confirmed baller, bro.
Yeah, interesting. Passes attempted from the left-hand side, 95%. Passes attempted from the right-hand side, 25%. So is he one-footed? What's his right foot like? Is he one foot Raum?
1 foot Raum.
Yeah, I mean, is he like the left-sided Walker? You know what I mean?
David's put Chip Raum, like Pasty Raum. Yeah, well, he predominantly plays like as a left back, and the only other positions that he's played is a left mid and right mid. Maybe this guy is very much one-footed, rather as John when we have I guess the thing is, Kyle Walker's so one-footed that it scares me. Do you know what I mean? There's times, bro, where Kyle Walker should just pass with his left foot and he'll do some dodgy ass pass with his right instead because he's so one-footed. But that could be a thing. You are right. Alf Haaland was asking about his versatility. And like you say there, he's predominantly a left back. He's very much a left back. Don't expect this guy to be coming in and filling in at right back. Zay says Raum's a good leader too.
Well, his attitude, the stuff that he's saying.
Yeah, the stuff that we've been spoke about him, like his work rate in that it all points towards that kind of thing.
It just seems like almost like a too good to be true.
Yeah, almost like you molded a sick player in it, and he just like a sick left back with a sick work rate. Chase the Bet with a $1.99 says Ram. Is this the new Ram like emoji? Is a Ram Ram the goat? Yes, Chase. How do you do that? Is it that? It is that. There is legit There you go. Don't ask me for a David Raum emoji, innit? Because we've got one, innit? Yatharth, don't know if you said the name right there, mate, but it says he's like a rapid Kolarov. VT says Germany game is starting. Oh yeah, it started 2 minutes ago apparently. He says he's getting his goggles out, his Raum goggles.
Yeah, well, look, enjoy it for those that are watching. We'll have to keep our eye on this one. It probably will move fast.
I reckon as soon as Nation League's done, I reckon this is where it'll fight. The Cucurella thing, Raum thing, and the Phillips thing is gonna heat up. I reckon the Phillips thing is kind of like I reckon that's more of a formality. I think we've kind of sorted that. This is the one. This is interesting. This one.
Yeah.
Definitely want to keep your eye on it. I'm excited. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, you got me gassed. I want Raum season now, innit? I want Raum, innit?
I thought I was gonna do this stream, and at the end of the stream, I'd be like, yeah, let's go and get Cucurella. But now I'm like, you know, I get this Raum guy.
Yeah,
I'm full game for Raum.
Bro, I want this work rate. Inject this work rate.
Silent Whisperer with the 100 says if Brighton CLB ramming up his hype bike, they will give Cuckoo for free. Rams like pre-injury Mendy. All right, bro. Silent Whisperer, bro. What a way to end the stream.
Bro, you gotta show me this hype bike. LB Raum up his hype bike.
I know. I don't even know.
I want to see your hype bike, bro.
It's suddenly just got about 200 degrees in this shed, bro.
Yeah, well.
So it's a perfect time to end the stream. Enjoy the games. Anyone who's watching the Nations League, that's sick. Enjoy that, innit? For everyone else, don't enjoy it. Go enjoy what else you're doing.
Don't enjoy it.
Guys, make sure you smash a like on the stream. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Please go check out the Bet Victor video. The link is in the description. Go check it out. Watch the full video, man. Subscribe to the channel. Like the channel. Comment on the thing. Let them know your thoughts. Tell them City Extra sent you. You do us a massive favour if you go and watch their videos. And it is genuinely a sick conversation. So go check it out. Much love. And we'll see you in the next one. See you in a bit.
See you in a bit.